One bag packing takes an incredible amount of strategy, especially during the holiday season when you need to pack for so many different contingencies like fancy parties, Christmas markets, and the biggest one, unpredictable weather. Today, I am going to share a travel capsule wardrobe that will not only cover every activity, but you can pack in one small carry-on or backpack. Let's go. Generally speaking, I think that packing for winter travel can be the most difficult with all the bulky sweaters, jackets, boots, all that stuff. It's just plain hard to fit everything into one bag. But with airfare prices rising and the cost of checking a bag adding to those prices, it's worth following these strategies so that you can fit everything you need into just one or maybe two small bags. So we'll start with strategy number one, which is shifting your mindset. Before you even start picking out the first piece of clothing, you need to shift how you think about what you want to pack. If you're used to traveling with a large checked-in suitcase, switching over to a small carry-on bag or just traveling with a personal item bag only, it can feel overwhelming, but I know that you can do it. The first hurdle to overcome is the just in case mentality. We have all been there. We've thrown in that extra pair of shoes or an extra sweater or maybe some going out outfits just in case. And you have seen me do this on my channel with my pack and unpack with me videos. But the reality is that most of those just in case items never actually get used. Before you pack an item, ask yourself, have I ever really needed this on a trip? And if the answer is no, that's easy. You just leave it out. If the answer is sometimes, see if you can find another multi-purpose alternative. For winter, this might mean choosing a packable puffy jacket instead of a woolen pea jacket or an overcoat, or choosing a cashmere cardigan instead of multiple sweaters. The second mindset shift, and probably this is the hardest one for me, is embracing the re-wearing of the same clothes over and over again and getting much more creative with small and lightweight accessories to kind of jazz up the same outfits so that I like to feel like I'm wearing something different. If you start to feel like you're struggling with these mindset shifts, it is good to keep in mind the benefits of one bag packing beyond just the financial savings. Having less stuff with you means easier packing, no waiting at baggage claim, more mobility, and generally just a lot more freedom to enjoy your journey. Moving on to strategy number two, which is choosing the right type of clothing material. When it comes to packing light in the wintertime, the thing that is going to make the biggest difference is picking the right materials to pack. You want items that are going to be lightweight, pack down well, and of course, keep you warm. Natural materials are the superstars of winter packing. Think about materials like cashmere, silk, bamboo, and merino wool. And I am so happy today to be partnering once again with Unbound Merino to bring you this video. Their merino wool pieces are incredibly thin and lightweight, which makes them perfect for layering in a fall or winter capsule. I absolutely love their long sleeve shirts to wear when it's chilly outside because I stay warm without feeling like I'm wearing a lot of bulk. Unbound has come out with some new colors and patterns, and I'm loving this navy striped top that I'm wearing today because it does help to add some variety to the travel capsule wardrobe. And this ribbed turtleneck top I think is just gorgeous. It's so easy to dress up or down. Now I know some of you have expressed that you have issues with merino wool irritating your skin in the past. And I also have sensitive skin, but because Unbound uses super fine merino wool, the clothing feels, well, silkier and softer than a lot of the other merino brands. And they're even softer than a lot of my cotton shirts that I wear. Because merino wool adapts easily to the temperature changes, you're still going to be comfortable whether you're walking around in the snow outside or you happen to be getting cozy inside by the fire drinking maybe some hot chocolate. I know Unbound merino pieces are an investment, but it is a smart investment. They are timeless, logo-free, and built to last. So you're going to get many, many years of use out of them, whether you're traveling or just living your everyday life. I will have their pieces linked below in the description and the first pinned comment. So if you want to check them out, they will be easy to find. And a big, big thank you to Unbound Merino for sponsoring this video and making winter packing so much simpler. Moving on to strategy number 3, taming your shoeaholic tendencies. And maybe that's not you, but it is definitely me. And this means limiting yourself to only 2 pairs of shoes. There is one exception that might allow for a 3rd pair of shoe, but I will get to that in just a bit. Surprisingly, I honestly think it is a little bit easier to choose your 2 pair of shoes for winter packing than it is any other time of year. With one of the pairs of shoes being a flat or low-heeled boot or bootie that's going to cover you for almost everything you might be doing while traveling. As a 2nd pair, you could add in some leather sneakers or more of a trainer style shoe if you're going to be doing more athletic activities like hiking. Personally, I would opt for a waterproof Chelsea boot because it will go with everything and is appropriate for almost every occasion except for maybe a fancy night out. And in that case, I would bring a pair of foldable ballet flats as my 3rd pair of shoes. So if you really wanted more footwear choices, I would pick a bootie, a sneaker, and add the ballet flats because they take up so little space. And then you are absolutely ready for anything. Strategy number 4 is to minimize your toiletries, especially liquids, which are one of the biggest space wasters in packing. If you are only bringing a personal item or carry-on, your liquids have to fit in that tiny TSA approved quart-size bag. And if you are flying budget airlines, you definitely don't want to waste space on bulky bottles. The key to simplifying your toiletries: downsize, swap, and edit. When it comes to downsizing, make sure that you are only packing what you really need for your trip. If you're only going to be going for 5 days, you do not need a full 3.4 ounces of moisturizer. I'd suggest a week or 2 before your trip that you decant what you think you might need to use for that time and do a trial run for those 5 days at home. I find that for 2 weeks or less, I can fit most of my skincare into contact lens cases, which take up so much less space than a full travel size bottle. I also really like these travel bottles that lay flat when they are empty. They are such great space savers. Secondly, consider swapping your liquids for solid alternatives. For me, this looks like swapping out my liquid face cleanser for these Oil of Olay cleansing melts. And something that works similar to the cleansing melts are these shampoo and conditioners by Gems. They are just fantastic. Lastly, do a realistic edit of the toiletries you want to bring. Instead of bringing a separate foundation, just bring a tinted sunscreen because, yes, you still need sunscreen in the wintertime. Also, make sure you check to see if your accommodations are going to supply things like a hair dryer, shampoo, and conditioner. And remember, most places that you are traveling to, you will be able to buy things once you are there. And by the way, I am working on I'm excited about this video coming up. It's a DIY mini toiletry packing video that's going to be coming out soon. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure that you're subscribed. Definitely hit that notification bell so that you don't miss it because YouTube's been a little finicky lately. So I don't want you to miss that one. It's going to be a great video, I hope. I'm really hoping it's going to be a great video. And that brings us to strategy number 5, and it's kind of a combination strategy, and it is to wear your bulkiest items on your travel day and then utilize the storage areas on your outerwear if you are really limited on baggage. As you're going to see here in this particular packing scenario, I've layered my trench coat over my packable puffy jacket, both of which have pockets that I can store things in if I'm truly limited to bringing just one bag on the plane. In fact, the packable puffy has this interior pocket that's big enough for me to slide my Kindle into. So if I have my phone, my wallet, my passport, earbuds, and Kindle all stored in my pockets, I really won't need to get anything out of my bag during the flight. Now, let's get into the pieces I have chosen for this capsule wardrobe, and I'll show you how I fit it all into one bag. For our bottoms, we've got jeans, these Unbound Merino lounge pants, and a silk skirt. For the tops, it's this navy striped sweater, the Unbound Merino ribbed turtleneck, a black cashmere cardigan, the Unbound Merino ribbed top, a graphic tee, a very fun graphic tee, and then this silk halter top that goes with that silk skirt. Then we've got a variety of accessories like some tights, some colorful socks, a burgundy knit hat with a scarf, matching scarf, and then some other scarves and extra purse straps and belts to help broaden the capsule out and make it a little more creative. And then for the shoes, we have the Chelsea boots and the foldable ballet slippers. For our travel day outfit, we are going to use our heaviest items and layer everything up so that we have more space in our bag. So I am wearing the jeans, the boots, the graphic tee, cardigan, the puffy jacket, and the trench coat. Now, once you get on the plane, you could take that puffy jacket off, and because it is a packable puffy, you could pack it down into its own pouch and kind of hook it on the outside of your bag if you wanted to not have so much bulk on you while you were flying. But to get on the plane, I think this is the best way to do it in order to save space in your bag. And, you know, it'll keep you warm too. As you can see, with just 3 bottoms and 6 tops, you can create so many, probably over 20 or 30 outfits. And if you get really, really creative, I'm sure you could come up with a lot more. And if you're not a Chelsea boot kind of person, you should check out this video where I share my all-time favorite travel shoes for fall and winter. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this video today. I hope that you have safe and wonderful travels.